Please ignore the fact that I don't have much of a voice, but I wanted to answer some of these questions, so I'm just going to take them in order. In terms of how long it takes to get reimbursed, that really varies. In my experience, when I have a new client that I've never seen before, it takes about 6-ish weeks after I submit the claim to get paid from them. However, once I've been seeing a client, then it gets quicker, and so it's closer to like 2 to 3 weeks after I submit the claim to get paid for it. So this was a lot longer at the very beginning of opening my practice, just because there was some learning curves and things like that that I had to go through to make sure that I was doing things correctly. And all of my clients were new, so it really kind of took a long time to get my initial paychecks. Now I'm in a position where I don't submit claims after every single session I have. So I wait until I've seen a client a handful of times and I submit all of those together. It just makes it a lot easier. And I'm at a point where I'm consistently seeing clients enough that I don't need to submit claims every single week. I have been in practice for getting close to a year and I have not experienced any clawbacks or chargebacks. So that's not something that I can talk about. Credit card processors, again, varies. So I have a couple of insurance companies that go through a third party, and so there is a processing fee in terms of what they would pay me, and then a percentage is taken out before they actually pay me. It's a fairly low percentage. Same with copays. So the credit card processor that I use for clients to pay copays does take a very small percentage out. It's maybe a couple of dollars, and so it really isn't that big of a deal. Expenses and malpractice. I've talked about my expenses in other videos, but this is something that, again, varies wildly. I rent out my singular office from a group private practice, so that way we share like waiting room and things like that. And so that makes it cheaper for me. I am a solo practitioner, so I am just by myself, and I'm also not in a group practice, so there isn't like a percentage that I pay to the owner of the company. My malpractice is actually not that expensive. I want to say it's like $150 for an entire year. The hardest thing was the learning curve at the very beginning of opening my practice and making sure that I was submitting things correctly. And now that I've learned that, it hasn't been that hard. I save myself money as a company because I do all of my billing, all of my marketing, phone calls. I don't have a secretary, like anything like that. So it's solely me doing everything. So let me know what other questions you have about my experience.